Good morning, ladies and gents. So we're back with another Conquerors Play video, and this time around we're going to be starting our Siege series with a review of a fellow content creator. Mr. Plumzian has sent me over a video. I have not watched it, so it will be a blind kind of review. He said it's pretty good. He said he's edited it, so we're going to get stuck straight in. We're going to see how he does in the Siege, and I'm going to kind of guide you through what I think he is doing as he's playing as well. So then, here we go, loading into Plum's first battle. He had some Javs, he's got some Falconettis, and he's got some Martellatores as well. There was another unit, but I totally missed that. But he is playing Dual Blade. Plum is well known for playing Dual Blade, so I want to see some sneaky catchy monkey running around the back, running around the flanks, trying to just kind of annoy people and get around stuff. I just want to say that if you want to see this video from Plum in full, without my commentary over the top, I will leave a link down in the description box below for you to him, so you can go over there and watch the Siege with him actually talking through it. So, Plum has actually edited this video, so he has cut out a lot of the dead spaces, which is very nice. It saves me a job to do. So the siege towers have already landed here onto Valley Fortress, and right at the top we've got a load of trash units which are blocking the way. So you're going to have to kind of you're going to have to try and break down those shields and get through them. Right now everybody knows that the whole purpose of this is not kind of as a defender keeping the walls, but it's kind of just buying yourself time and everything. Now, since this A point and this map has had a slight change, it is a lot more difficult now to capture this A point. The defenders have a lot better time actually defending this because they can stack up units, as you can see here, where Plum is chucking his jabs in, doing some dirty damage. They are really stacked up on this little bridge here now. Plum, I know, absolutely loves his jabs. I love the jabs, Imperial Javeliniers as well. I still think, and Plum, I know, thinks exactly the same as well, but still so much better than Jav Sergeants. So much better. These guys just seem to do a lot more damage. They don't have as much ammo, but they can really hold themselves in melee, and their damage from the jabs they do have seems to do a lot more damage than the Jav Sergeants. So you can see Plum here is just constantly moving his troops forward and back, making sure they don't get caught out, chucking in all his jabs, while there is another Jav unit and a Murmalone unit there just actually protecting everybody coming up from the ladders, which is a nice bit of solid team play here. A lot of times people fail in this game because the team is just not very efficient in their team play. They want to just run off, get the highest amount of points and just play Rambo. You are not going to win a lot of kind of games doing that. So actually the team play in terms of using your units to actually block stuff and protect your team that are coming up, such as here with the siege tower, is a really nice way of playing this game. With this, they have already got dominance of the walls right now. The attacking side, Plum's just picked up a cheeky little hero kill there by using his shurikens, so he is pumping out a little bit of damage even as he is stood out the way. A couple of defenders coming up to try and stop the cap on A is not really going to help them too much. It's going to buy them a couple of minutes, but I think these defenders are probably going to get themselves killed just as they did. But you can see here they have got total dominance on the wall here, and this guy that ran up with his stalwarts is going to lose a lot of them here. So sometimes you just got to know when to actually turn around and go back the other way and start setting up into another point of defense. We saw this in the CBL that I was commenting on last night. We saw a team, I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to ruin it for you, but we saw a team that actually decided to run away from the C point on Reginopolis because they were taking too much artillery damage. It was just hurting them too much. They were taking too many losses. They just did not set up properly or quickly enough, and they got overwhelmed by the attacking team, all because personally I think that they firstly retreated too late. They didn't go soon enough, and secondly their retreat wasn't protected at all, so they all got hit in the butt and they died very quickly. So the Javs have done some work, Plum's done some work. Plum is now setting his Vulcanettis up in a... I'm not quite sure why they're facing that way, but I'll leave that for Plum to explain his video. It doesn't really matter because they'll turn around anyway and start putting hell down onto the C point. Now, this is a naughty little spot. They're pretty well protected over here. Some archer units could possibly hit the Falconettis here, but if they do, then actually the Falconettis would start raining hell on them anyway. But there is always such a blob of units on the C point here that even being as back here as far as Plum is, he knows roughly where stuff is going to be sat, and he is scoring some big heavy hits here, which is going to be helping the front line team over there trying to capture the C point. Whether he's killing stuff or not doesn't really matter. I know he is definitely killing stuff, but he is just putting that pressure on. He's not letting the defenders set up. He's actually making them have to rotate, have to actually come away from that C point. He keeps constantly changing where he is shooting as well, knowing that that is what the defenders are going to be doing. They're going to be moving around. They're going to be trying to get out of that Falconetti gunfire. He is playing his Falconettis really, really well here, Plum, because he keeps them moving, he keeps rotating them, he keeps changing their direction of attack and angle of attack and everything, so it's going to constantly keep hitting stuff. Looks like he's actually run out of ammo on the Falconettis. Absolutely no pressure whatsoever on them, so he's more than free to go back, reload, come back. And this is exactly how you want to play Falconettis. It is a really nice team helping kind of unit, this, and it does score you a lot of kills and it does score you a lot of damage. You can see there's some Javs actually tried to chuck some damage onto the Falconettis there, but he had plenty of time to actually pull those Falconettis back, move them out of the way. Fair play for the Jav guy trying to do a little bit of something, but it's just not really been much use. Plum has now got some tasty longbows just sat on the point unprotected. The Iron Reapers are there, but they're kind of not noticed Plum. So Plum is going to move his Murmilons straight in here, and he is just going to wreck these longbows. Unprotected longbows are a scrummy unit. They are a purple unit. They're going to be scoring you a lot of points on the scoreboard if you do manage to kill them. They have no defense whatsoever. Why that guy had them set up there by themselves as well is beyond me, because he has just totally lost his whole longbow unit. The Imperial Javs are trying to do some damage. They are taking the Murmilos out a little bit here, but they are going to suffer as well, because even though they are pretty decent in melee, they're not really a melee unit, so any other kind of melee unit that does go up against them of a equal tier is going to destroy the Imp Javs generally in a toe-to-toe kind of fight. Plum is now setting up for the base point. He is having a cheeky little scout, having a look in, see what they got in there. Knows there's not much to go in there yet, so the enemy now are going to actually spend the time actually setting up their units, which actually gives the attacking team plenty of time to start setting up their attacking units. So actually, when a team has time to sort out the units, it actually gives the other team time as well. You always want to be putting pressure onto people. You don't want to be allowing people to kind of set up. Once people are set up into death boxes with shields, with 40s, with whatever else kind of set up in that box, it is such a tough kind of shell to crack most of the time if set up properly. Especially if you are in a siege and you're fighting against multiple house people, so people from the same house, and they kind of know what they're doing and they can get themselves set up pretty quickly and pretty well. It is a really tough thing to crack when you are in kind of random sieges. Not so bad in territory wars because everybody should know what they are doing and you've got a shot caller for the battle as well. But in sieges, put the pressure on, keep the pressure on. Even if you have to lose a unit, but it stops someone setting up a death box, it is worth it. You are probably going to score some kills. You are probably going to die yourself as well. However, ultimately, you want that win off the siege, and it's a sacrifice that you may have to make. If you have turned up somewhere before everybody else, and you can see that, oh, actually, if I get in here now and try and score, try and break up their kind of momentum, you may actually win the battle for your team there. Here, though, so there is a really good team play from Plum's team here. It doesn't look like he is in actual groups, so he is just with a bunch of randoms here, but everybody is doing their part. Everybody is working really well here. the defenders are trying the hardest to try and put a little bit of pressure on here, but I think with how the attackers now are so set up, it's going to be a really tough kind of battle for the defenders to win here, especially with the amount of time remaining. That is quite a 2.5 minutes is a fair bit, especially because the point has been capped halfway. It's going to be a tough battle here for the defenders to actually win this. Look at those Murmelons though. That is a beautiful setup of the Murmelons. You never usually see them in the line formation, but they are a decent shield unit. Pavis right behind them, Falconetti's behind them. You've got a gunner unit in there as well. I'm not sure if that's Tercios or Shenjis, but either way they're going to be pumping out some damage. What I would like to see right now is a little cheeky flank around the side of the point possibly, but I think the attacking team have enough units here and enough quality to actually charge them head on and win the battle. I think it is probably going to turn in their favour. Obviously, I don't know what the outcome of this battle is. This is totally blind. Is that another unit? Oh, is that Palace Guards going in there? I think trying to break up those Murmelons, but those Murmelons are just standing heavy. Stalwarts, that's a really nice move from the Stalwart player there, getting them up and around the Murmelons, so they're going to I mean, they've just been absolutely destroyed, but that was a really nice play from that Stalwart unit. He's tried to do something, that's the main thing. He's tried to get round and cause a little bit of disruption to the attacking team here. Those Falconettis though, once you learn how to play the Falconetti gunners and what their kind of potential is, they are such a strong unit in combination with the rest of your team. Obviously, if it is just you with Falconetti gunners and there's no one there supporting you, you are going to suffer quite badly. But here, Plum has just got the opportunity to just keep raining those cannonballs down onto people, and it is just breaking up all of the defending forces. It's putting so much pressure on them because of the amount of damage that is kind of coming out. 50 seconds. Is the attacking team going to get it? I still think so. They've got dominance now at the point. The rest of the defence team are pretty much sat at the back there. You do have a unit of stalwarts coming with a couple of heroes, so it is going to be a close one, this one, and these are the most heartbreaking kind of defeats when it's so close. But 30 seconds to go. Plum's done it. The attacking team has done it. That was a really solid fight there, really solid battle. I can't actually pick up on any kind of faults that Plum made there. Yeah, he got a decent score there, 7-0 and 15, I think, or 13. So really solid kind of play there from Plum and the rest of his team as well. A lot of people scoring S's there. That is a perfect example of what you want to do in sieges. Sieges are all about the team play, especially in randoms. You want to get in there, you want to do as much damage as you can, but ultimately you want to actually win the fight, and you can only do that by playing with your team. Look at what units they've got, look at what units you can bring to actually help the meta while you're in there, and that should hopefully score you the win like it has done for Plumsian here. Like I said, if you want to see this full battle, then I will leave a link in the description for Plum's channel. Thank you very much for watching though, folks. If you've enjoyed this one, please do let me know if you want to see more of this kind of video. Quite enjoy reviewing other people's battles. Again, if you have a battle you want me to review in this kind of style, then leave me a DM on Discord and tell me where exactly it is. It can be on YouTube. I've now got a program that can download from YouTube in 1080p, which is quite nice, so I will be able to get it and pull it straight from there if needed. Like I said though, let me know if you want to see more of these. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Hit that like button, hit that sub, and all that lovely fan-doobie-tastic stuff, and I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.